Yeah, good morning and welcome back to my channel. This question is Junior Certificate 2019 Mathematics Paper 1 Higher Level, as you can see on the screen. But I found out that many students, even at higher level, cannot even solve this kind of questions. So because they don't know the basics, they don't know the foundation. So that was why I decided to probably teach this. It is probably based on my experience, my encounter with so many students. So now, if as you can see, the suggested minutes is 5 minutes. So basically, this is meant for all students anyway. Second year, third year, fifth year. So and probably people that will be writing living cert can just look at this as the basic of solving fractions, algebraic fractions, equations involving algebra in fractions. Okay, so let's quickly solve this now. So without wasting your time, um, so there are several. I mean, there are other methods of solving these questions, but I think the best method would be probably to do this. Um, Now, so what you need to do is look for draw a line and look for the common denominator. The common denominator is 6, 2 multiplied by 3. So always use the lowest common denominator. You can use 12, but always try to use the lowest one to avoid big big numbers. Okay, now, and don't touch the right hand side. On the right hand side we have 16. Don't touch 16. So as you are going down, just keep writing 16, keep carrying the 16 along. So just try to reduce the left hand side to one single fraction, because we have two fractions, as you can see. So now let's okay, so now 2 divided into 6 is 3 times. That's the 3. And then the 3 is going to multiply what is on top of the 2. We have 3x plus 5 on top of 2, then followed by the plus. And then 3 divided into 6 is 2. This is the 2. The 2 will multiply what is on top of 3, which is x minus 4. Put it in a bracket. Now let me do it again. 2 divided into 6 3 times. The 3 will multiply what is on top of 2, so followed by plus. You just write what you see, the next thing to you are seeing. Then 3 divided into 6 is 2. The 2 will multiply what is on top of 3, which is x minus 4. Always put them in a bracket to avoid mistake. Now we open the bracket. 3 multiplied by 3x is 9x. The first thing is always draw your line and put the common denominator. So 3 multiplied by 3x is 9x. Then 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. Okay, before then, don't forget, write your equals to 16, the right hand side. Now, so 3 multiplied by 3x is 9x. So 3 multiplied by 5 is 15, followed by the plus sign. Then 2 multiplied by x is 2x. Then 2 multiplied by minus 4 is minus 8. Now, what you do next is you try to tidy up the one at the top. So I'm going to probably do it. I'm going to do it so as to manage my space. or let me scroll down so that I can continue from the top. Okay, now so 9x plus 2x, that gives us 11x. 15 minus 8, that should be 7. Then don't forget your division, divided by 6, your common denominator, which is 6. So 9x plus 2x is 11x. Then 15 minus 8 is 7. So we always add like terms together, add all the x's and add all the numbers together, equals to 16. Now, what you can do is this. You see, this 6 is at the bottom here. Is dividing this guy. So what you do is remove the 6, let it come to the other side and meet with 16. And what is it going to do? Because it's dividing here, it comes to the top and it will multiply 16. When the number is dividing at one side, if you come to the other side, it's going to be multiplying whatever you have on the right hand side. So this is division and it will come up and multiply 16. So we have, oh sorry, I forgot to put my x. So we have 11x plus 7 equals to 16 multiplied by 6. So 11x plus 7 equals to 16 multiplied by 6 will be 6 by 6, 36, 96. So now 11x plus 7 equals to 96. 11x will be equals to 96. Move this 7 over, it becomes minus 7. So 11x equals to 96 minus 7 will be 80. That should be 89. So let me be sure, my calculator. So 96 minus 7, 89. So now to get our x, your x will be equals to 89 divided by 11. If you go back to the condition of the answer, you can see it was clearly stated that you should leave your answer in the form of m over n, where your m and n are elements of natural numbers. That means your result should be positive. Your m and n should be positive numbers. You can see they are both positive numbers. So if you get a negative answer, you should know something is wrong. You should go back. You must have made a mistake. So that is the answer. So suggested minutes is 5 minutes. So you should try to work below 5 minutes in solving this problem. So I hope you like this method, although there's another method of solving this. But there are consequences in solving, or some implications of using a particular method in solving the problem. There's a reason why I'm using this method. So it is very simple and straightforward. Okay, so this is question number 11. Question number 11 of 2019 paper 1, higher level maths, junior SAT. But even most students that are doing most students that are doing living SAT cannot even solve this. So based on my encounter with them, because they don't know the basics, they don't know how to solve this basic algebraic fractions from day one. So, and now that they are dealing with more complex ones, so they find it very difficult. So if you have your kids, if your kids are in second year, third year, fifth year, so it's better to let them watch this before it's too late. So that's it. Okay, so let me. Okay, so again, there is another thing I want to quickly show students that are in such category. Let me draw this. So let's say this is angle A. So let's say this is 5 and this is 4. Many students, they can't find the value of this angle. They might tell them find angle A, but a lot of students find it difficult to find this. This is a right angle triangle. So before you solve this, since you know it is a right angle triangle, try to write this somewhere. Okay, sorry. So don't forget your SOHCAHTOA. What does this mean? That means sine. SOA means sine equals opposite. So mean sine equals, sorry, it means sine of the angle equals opposite over hypotenuse. And then CA, what does that mean? That is cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Then 2 at the last one equals, that means tangent, tan of the angle equals opposite over that equals opposite over hypotenuse. So if you remember this, it will be a guide. SOHCAHTOA. So when you write this down, you now go back to the question. You now look at the information given to you. What are the information given in the question? You have the opposite side of the angle. See, opposite side of the angle, and you have your hypotenuse. You see, you have opposite and hypotenuse. So that means you're going to use this. So which means sine. So sine of the angle equals opposite over hypotenuse. That is what you need. But meanwhile, if you're finding angle, whenever you're finding angle, there are 3 things that you should know. You should use the inverse function on your calculator. So on your calculator, I think you know that the second function. So you're using the sine inverse or cos inverse or tan inverse. So it depends on the information. So if you are dealing with SOA, that means you are using sine inverse. So if you are dealing with car, you are using cos inverse. Then if you are dealing with this TOA, you are using tan inverse. So in this case, we have this sine of the angle to be opposite of hypotenuse. So which means your angle A, you just punch this on your calculator, your angle A will be sine inverse of opposite over hypotenuse. That's all. You just punch this in your calculator, sine inverse of, so sine inverse, so sine inverse of 4 divided by 5, that is 53 degrees. So your angle A, so let me do it at the top for you. Oh, sorry, let me go down. Now, angle A will just be 53 degree to the nearest degree, 53 degree. That's all. So if the diagram is in another form, you just need to establish the fact that either you are giving, for example, now let me give you an example. Let me give you another example. This is not something that should be difficult for students, but I don't know why students keep struggling with this. Let me give you another one. So now, okay, let's assume that it's an angle here called angle B, and this is 3, this is 5. Now this one, in this case, you can see that you have the hypotenuse, your hypotenuse, and then you have the adjacent side of the angle. So which means you have your adjacent side, and then you have your hypotenuse. So which means you are using this. You just punch cos inverse, or some students call it cos minus. So cos inverse or cos minus, either way you call it. Just punch this on your calculator. I think you know how to do this. Your second function, then you press your cos inverse, adjacent over hypotenuse. That's all. So cos inverse of that. So cos inverse of 3 over 5. So you see that you still get the same answer anyway. This one too happens to be the same result, coincidentally. So 53 degree as well. So now let me give you another example where we need to use the tan inverse. So let's see. Given this, no, sorry. So let me. Okay, given this triangle, right triangle, don't mind my drawing, so it's not. Let me make it better. Okay. Okay, let me call this angle theta, and this side is, the opposite side is 8, and the adjacent side is, so the opposite side is 6, the adjacent side is 8. We are not given the hypotenuse. So you want to find the angle theta. What is angle theta? Now as I've said earlier on, you just need to write, remember this. Remember this. So you now need to pick which of them are you going to use. That was the problem. Which of them are you going to use? As you can see, based on the information given in the question, you have the opposite side, and then you have the adjacent side. You have the adjacent side. So this means you are going to use this guy. So, and that is T. T is tan. So just punch tan inverse of opposite over what? Adjacent on your calculator. And what would that give us? Tan inverse of 6 divided by 8, that's 36 degree. So this guy is 36.87 degree, but to the nearest degree that should be 37 degree approximately. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this is this. I've been taking so many students, and yet they still struggling to solve this kind of question. Junior people that will be going to, students in second year should watch this. Those ones in third year. So, and then those ones that are, even some people that are writing living inside, they've forgotten. It's very, very unimaginable that student cannot still solve this. Simple thing, just on a click, establish the information, I mean the position of the side with reference to the angle, and then establish your SOC as well. Then on a click, tan inverse, cos inverse, sine inverse, whichever one suit the question, and that's all. So people that are subscribing to my channel, I want you to always click the bell so that you always see any video I make recently for your students, I mean for your children, and I'll try as much as possible to engage the student as well. So thank you once again. So you can share this as well. If you have not if it is the first time you are watching this, you can click the like button and try to share this, and click on the bell so that you'll be seeing more of my video. The next one that I'll be doing, you see them, you might be the first person to watch it. So it's better to encourage our kids to be watching all this kind of thing instead of staying on YouTube watching all these other games, and I mean other things that would not be useful for them. So, and also because I'm very busy now, so, and I can't be teaching many students. I don't have time for many students, but I'm using this platform to help students. So just to keep them up to date of things that probably they need to know, things that they I mean they're forgotten in the past, and that is probably might be haunting them in the future. So thank you very much. So, and then I will see you next time.